Welcome to 60 Years Young Beginners Class Part 2. You learned how to use your core muscles in the first beginners class, and you learned some supine exercises lying on your back and all four kneeling. So today we're going to do pro, lying on our front, and side series. So you can alternate each class if you like. Do one for your first class, do this one for your second class. Okay, so just practicing your breathing, coming back into your posture, neutral spine. Tall tailbone, soft shoulders, ribs together, long tailbone, lifting up through the crown of your head. And just soften those knees. Great. So breathe into the side ribs and breathe out through the mouth. Zip up, make your scoop and hollow, lift. And inhale, release the core. So same control, releasing as contracting, connecting. Exhale, connect. Brilliant. And inhale. Letting go. And then just take a nice 3 roll downs to warm up the spine. Rolling off the top. And then stacking from the base of the spine. And stacking back. Coming back to center. Breathe in, breathe out. Sequential movement of the spine. Roll off the top. Head, shoulders, core is already connected. Through the ribs, waist, forward fold, and then zip up to come back. Let the core lift your lower back, coming through, and standing up nice and straight. Key to everything, posture. And last one. Always warming up before you start. Okay, take a nice side stretch, everyone. Bend the knee right through center toe of the side you're stretching to, and come back. So instead of feeling like you collapse through the side body, lift and lengthen, keep the ribs away from the hips, and then you're using your side muscles. Inhale to side stretch. Exhale, zip up and come back. And one more. And then try circling your head today. Nice slow circle. Making sure you go both ways, going the other way. And we're back in the center. So we always want to go down to the floor correctly. So the way I always go is to roll off the top. Walk forward to your plank. Put your knees down and then sit back. So we're going to go straight to our side series. Lying on your side. I want you to imagine that your body is in between 2 sheets of glass so that you don't push the upper back forward or the legs. And here, your whole working of stability is to keep one hip stacked on top of the other, one shoulder stacked on top of the other. So the way we need to do this again is to lift the ribs. I'm going to use our ball as well here, because that's really great for targeting extra muscles. So we're going to go flat on the floor to start with. Take your arm through the front corner of your mat. Place your head on the top of your arm. You can always put a cushion here if you need it. Your hands in front of your chest, facing towards your face, and we go on the fingertips so we don't rely on it. And now I want you to make your letterbox under your waist again, everybody. So you're going to lift your ribs off the floor and make your letterbox here. Okay, so watch. We're going to soften the bottom knee into the floor, and all the movements you do, watch that you don't rock backwards, okay? If you relax the ribs to the floor, you'll feel that your top hip bone came in, and so the spine isn't straight, and it's not good for your back. So you're going to lengthen that top hip bone away from you, and then your core is fired up. So don't just let your core go here because you're on your side. Okay, you're going to lift your top leg and then just lower it down. We're going to inhale and lift, and exhale and lower. And imagine those 2 sheets of glass just staying in between them. Good. If you look down, you bring your feet a little bit forward, and then you're making just a little bit of a banana shape. So the glass is here for your body, and your legs and your arms are going to be a little bit forward. Good. Okay, you can also do this move with a flex foot. Don't try and whack your leg high. Just make it long and pull it away from you. Okay, we're going to do the side leg lift series. You're going to lift your top leg just above hip height. You're going to exhale and bring your bottom leg to join it. You're going to breathe in at the top. And you're going to exhale and take both those legs down together. Inhale, lift your top leg. Exhale, zip your core up, scoop and hollow. Lift the bottom leg to join it. Stay and hold and lower. Breath for each movement. Lift, watch you stay stacked. Lift and zip up. Inhale, hold and lower down. Brilliant, one more, you got it. And that's your side leg lift series. So you start off with just that top leg working, getting used to that move. And then you can lift and lower. Brilliant. Okay, we're going to bend our knees and bring our heels in line with our sit bones. And these are called clams. They're a hip opener. We can also do them lying on our back. Glue the insides of your feet together and breathe in and open that top knee. So watch you don't do that rock back. And then exhale. Squeeze the muscles together and come back. So I visualize in my classes a spring in between your knees. And you're going to open that knee with the resistance of a really strong spring. And then you're going to squeeze the spring shut. Breathe in to open. Breathe out. Zip up your core muscles and you've got your letterbox. And inhale. And exhale. Great. As you progress with these, try lifting your feet off the floor. We're going to do 3 sets of 6. And then holding that last one, push your knee back. 6, 5, 4, opening those hips up. 3, 2, 1. So I'll go back to the floor because we're at the beginners. Open and close. Just make a cushion here for your head if you like. And 2 more. And stand open, pushing back. So you get flexibility and strength with Pilates, which is what's so fantastic. I also teach yoga Pilates, so hopefully you will join me for some of those. Okay, coming up, we need to do the other side. Arm goes through the front corner of the mat, legs come a little bit forward, lift your rib cage, soften the underneath knee for your stability. If you feel like you do rock back, bend that underneath knee some more, give yourself some more stability in the floor. So lift and lower, keeping your leather box. Pulling your toes away from you. Good. Breathe. Don't force the breath. Just use that beautiful lateral breath. So if you sing, you know what you're doing. You use the diaphragm to breathe out. Great. Okay, here we go. Lift. Lift, so you can't lift that top leg too high or your bottom leg can't join it. Breathe in. Breathe out. Connect and hold. And lower them both together. Good. Nice soft neck and shoulders. Fantastic. These feel hard at first. And like everything, they all get easier. Last one. Okay, bring the knees forward, heels in line with your sit bones. Clams, open, close, open, close. If we wanted to bring the ball in here, we can put it in front of our chest and we can squeeze it into the floor as we open the knee. It's worth getting yourself a softball, guys. And now I'm working my arm muscles as well as my leg. Okay, push and open. You ready? 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And close. Good. Here you go. Second set. Open. On the inhale, you're going to press that ball down. 3. Core connection every time. 4, 5, 6. Great. Push. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yay. Okay, take the feet up if you can go there. Open. Close, and don't lose your spring. Oh, that spring's really strong. Squeeze that spring shut. And you're going to feel the resistance on the release when you open your knees as well. So you can't just pop your leg open because you've got that really strong spring in between your knees. Really good. Okay, and your last one. Fantastic. Okay, we're going to roll onto our front. And we're going to set ourselves up for pro. Pro, you need to have your arms in this position, not here like a grasshopper. So you're going to have your elbows in line with your armpits and your hands in line with your elbows. Your hands are in line with your face. Our toes go out to the corner of the mat, and you're going to feel a rotation right in the hip, drawing your heels towards the floor. Okay, breathe in, and here's your technique. So you're still going to lift your navel away from the floor, use your core, lengthen your tailbone. We're going to roll a marble forward with our nose, and then inhale, draw the shoulder blades down your back. Lift with your back muscles and your core by taking your navel to spine, and you only need your hands with some weight in them at the end of the move. So you're not trying to lift your elbows and push yourself off the floor. The back muscles and the core lift you. You feel your glutes fire up because they take the overflow. So roll the marble forward. Back of the neck is nice and long. Coming up to swan. Rolling out, exhale. And release back to neutral. Breathe in. Top of your head. Shoulders, ribs, core and lower back. Lengthening the spine out. Rolling the inside of the spine out to come back. Great. And you can do some variations here. You can lift just one side and look over your shoulder for a nice twist. Okay, we're going to stack our hands and bring them in under our forehead. And we're going to bring our legs in line with our hip. Breathing in, pull your toes away from you and lift your leg off the floor. But lift that navel right off the mat, guys. So inhale, lift your navel away from the floor, pull your toes away from you. Exhale, lower. You shouldn't be feeling anything in the lower back. Okay, those ribs are nice and together. Good. You got it. Leg raised. So these are the preps for the swimming exercises. Going to take your feet wide again, and we're going to lift the upper body off the floor. Breathe in, shoulder blades, core, long the crown of your head. So you don't want to compress the lower back and feel like you're taking the move into the lower back. Okay, so bring those legs back in line with your hip and lifting to dart. You're long and straight like a dart. Navel's off the floor. Oh, keep it working. Lengthen through the toes, lengthen through the crown of your head. And then lower back to the floor again. Breathe in, long and straight like a dart. Breathe out and lower. Breathe in. Pull the top of the head. And just feel like your chest lifts out of your rib cage, but you're not trying to lift really high and arch your back. Great. Circle your arms by your side. Lift up to your swan. And walk yourself back to child's pose. And we're going to come to sitting. Imagine you're sitting in the chair. Flex your feet. Slide your right leg out to the side and your left leg out to the side. And we're sitting up nice and straight. A lot of people struggle. Options. Bend your knees. Or take a cushion, sit on the cushion. That will alleviate the lower back pulling backwards and feeling uncomfortable. It'll lift your sit bones. Or bring one foot in, okay? So you have all those options here. You're going to lift the arms and imagine you have a big piece of cake in a triangle. Okay, this angle is going to stay the same the whole time, that B. A lot of people do this, they sweep their arms around to the side, and then you've lost the point of the exercise because it's for that healthy spine rotation. So we're going to take 3 sniffs. And on each sniff, we're going to move the top section of the spine, the middle section, and the lower section. So inhale, top section, start to rotate. Inhale, rotate through your ribs. And then inhale, rotate through your waist, and you just did sword yourself in half. Exhale, back to the center. That's why it's called the saw. Okay, head, neck, shoulders and ribs, waist, far up those obliques around your waist, guys. And your back. Good, here we go. Grow taller, grow taller, grow taller. Center. Grow taller, grow taller, grow taller. Center, grow taller, grow taller, grow taller. And this time when you're there, take your opposite hand towards your foot, take your back hand behind you, palms face in, and pull your arms apart. Now, if you can't get to your foot, just go to where you can get. Okay, if you can get to your foot, great. Stretching away. I'm going to breathe in to stack that spine back up the middle. Okay, here you go. Sniff and lift. Sniff and lift. Breathe in and lift. Exhale, reach for your toes. Stretch, pull your arms apart. Calming back. We can also do the saw with our ball. Karate chop it. And some pushes. Sequential movement of the spine, top to bottom. And then push away. 3, 2, 1. Flexibility. And bring that ball back in. So you can do another one that side. Turn and lengthen, push. And coming back in. And one more. And coming back in. Great. So this would be you with your bent knees. Or with one bent knee. And one more. I love that move. And stacking back in the center. Okay, just walk the ball forward to wherever you're comfy. See how your spine gets younger and younger as you go along. You'll notice your progress. Stacking the spine back up. I'm going to show you a really fun balance to finish with the ball. You're going to put it halfway down your thigh and your elbow under your shoulder. And then bring the feet together, slot the shoulder blade in. No, we're not going to do that yet. Lift your top leg to your hip height. See if you can balance. And see if you can take that bottom foot off the floor. And just stay on the ball. So what happens is you roll backwards because you've got to practice keeping that stack and having that strength and mobility there. Use the forearm, lift away from the shoulder, and you will be able to go here, and you will be able to go here. But I don't want to put you off. Okay, foot down, coming back. I'm going to show you a lovely standing balance to finish that you can do all the time at home. That's just so good for you. So you don't have to think of balance as being on one foot. This Pilates balance is called the tightrope. Bring your right heel to your left big toe. If it's uncomfortable, hip width. Weights in both feet. Lift the arms to the side like you're holding the balancing pole. Think of your neutral posture. Okay, and then spread your toes, and then when you're ready, you're going to close your eyes. It's very different. You start to sway and move about. Fire those core muscles up, everybody. Breathe, hold that balance. You'll feel your feet working, your knees working. Physios use this balance for knee and feet issues. And open your eyes, and then go to the other side, and you will be amazed how different both sides of your body are. So you'll find one side harder than the other one. Closing your eyes, lifting up through the crown of your head. You're going to have to work your stability a little bit harder. But the beauty of Pilates and yoga Working both sides of the body equally, getting that equal strength in both sides. And then feet back. I hope you enjoyed your class with me today, and you'll join me again. Stay 60 years young, guys.